Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Ninaud and I am unleashed. There is nothing that can stop me. Nothing is illegal anymore, and that is exactly what we're going to be diving into. All the things that we were not allowed to do when we were young kids without the mission complete, we can now do now that we are adults. So what are the adult things that we will be doing today? Oh, we will be concreting the world. We will be launching solar sails, and we will be tapping the rare veins. And the reason for the rare veins will be to unlock this magnificent technology that we have here, the new thing that's been added, the miner, that advanced mining machine. It's absolutely amazing, but it requires some optical gradient crystals. So the first objective is for us to find some optical gradient crystal and zoom out. And we have a location called Cami, and then we have a location out here that I have named Sabatron after a master of the path. If we go to this location, you can see there are optical gradient crystal. We don't know which one it is, so we'll fly there and then take a look. I have also named these Urchalak, Ingluminate, and Magmarel Alpha. They are named after the Twitch supporters that sort of won some hype train. Oh, look at that. More research, more drones. Right on time for us to start building stuff. So we need to go out here in order to get set up some default basic mining. It's a long way, so we'll just, as always, when we're in hyperspace, thank you to the patrons. I'll be zooming in when we get there, and then we can continue on our journey. And we are here. All right. In this system, let's have a look at this system. We have 1.1 optical gradient crystals, not amazing. Spiniform stalagmite crystal is amazing. That's the free carbon nanotubes. I think that's here. This is where we have all of that, and it is a water world, so that's going to be fun. Second one is Urchalak. This is where we have the optical gradient crystals. So let's jump on over to this. So now this is it's a quite fortunate event that we are here. Let's see where we are. Okay, it's pretty close to being there. All right, what kind of planet is it again? We can't see it like this. We will just land on it. It looks amazing. It's Rocky Salt Lake. Boom. Kind of missing a sound. Scarlet Ice Lake. That's exactly what I said. There you go. Exactly what I said. All right, so what do we have here? We have a single location there of optical gradient crystal. Yeah, that's the one we really only want one thing on this planet, and that is setting up here. We have up north. This is what we are always going to do for every single planet from now on and to all eternity. We will be setting up our polar hub on the planets, and in order for us to do that, drone engine more. Yes, perfect. We're going to have to clear out a path, and how big is that path going to be? I'm going to be sending this one down, and it'll go out to this location. So we just need to dip down these and over on this side as well. That should be fine. And now I think we can place it and then build the concrete afterwards. All right, let's build our polar hub. That's the one we have here, and I think that once we do that, we'll just zoom forward. Where is it? Where are you? That one. Polar hub with exchanges. All right. Let's go. And so this is now built, and we put our signature touch to it, make the whole top purple, and make a yellow line around just to make it look nice. And there you go. Looks kind of like my icon. We just need an N in the middle, but that's just how I decided to make it. Now, we don't have any power poles here, so the next thing we want to do, this is something that is, by all accounts, completely irrelevant, but I like doing it. Well, in this case, it's not super irrelevant. We don't have a good enough production of here in order to support this coming out here. So we have to make sure that these planets are self-sufficient. In order for them to be self-sufficient, we need to look at Where are you? Where's the solar? Solar energy. Ooh, 65. That's not great. But hey, it's something. So what I can do is I can go to look at the south, and then I can stamp down another blueprint called Blueprints and Solar. This is my biggest blueprint. And I'm going to put it down here. And let's see. So here comes the awfulness of this part. And that is the fact that when you press this down, we are missing from Factorio the shift option, so that you basically like put down what you can, but instead here every single entity must be placed correctly. So as long as there's anything blocking it, I can't place this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run around and find these things. Luckily you can shift and right click to this location, and then when you go out, our little dude here will just slowly fly over there, even though it's like far away. Then that just means that we can find at least one space that has something that we don't like. That part was kind of blocking, and then it's basically rinse and repeat. Go in here, go up to that one, find it here, click again, find the next thing that's broken or that interferes with the blueprint, and so we continue until we stamp down the whole thing, such as that thing as well. Then we can go there, fix that, and move on. That's boring, isn't it? Alright, so this planet is now ready. This is how my planets are made ready, and even if it's not that much power we're getting here, it's still, okay, that's not much, 100 megawatts. That is certainly not a lot. What we're going to do here is we are going to mine this this thing. I just tap it as well as possible. You could sort of argue that, hey, maybe you should be tapping just hand mining a few just to get the good miner, but actually I want this miner to be taking as much as possible, which is better with a setup like this. So this will be tapped, and that will be the last time maybe we'll set up these kind of miners, and then from here on we'll be only setting up the new miners once we have them, but we will have them soon enough thanks to this optical grading crystal, and they look amazing, the new miners, by the way. That's another cool thing. If they looked a bit bland, I'd still use them, right? I'd still use them. Optical grading crystal indeed. And there's also a achievement that says we have to make sure that we get 10 slots of this, 10 hand mined of each product. This one is just going to be provided local and global, so you can grab it from anywhere you like. And that is glorious. And how many do I have? I have 7. I need to just get to 8, to 9, sorry, to 10. So every time we find a new resource, I'm going to do that. I think there are like 10 of those resources we need to get. And we already have plenty. Great. So that's all we needed at this planet, because there's no point in trying to tap all the other resources until we have the miners done. So what we want to do now is we want to fly back, and then we'll go into another big mega project that also involves a lot of concrete and optimization and solar sails, of course. So with that, let's find our way back home. We now set up a little planet, and you can also see in my planetary overview spreadsheet. I hope that some of you at least who wants to sort of get the full sense of what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, can find some use out of that planetary overview. I use it myself because I lose track of what planets are named what and being where. So let's find our way back to Tegevara's system and have a go at our original planet, Gaia Cube, and do some paving and solar sail launching. Here we are back on our original planet. We are at the south pole of this planet here. The south pole is very boring. Haven't built anything here. And what I want to do is I want to build a massive superstructure of concrete and launchers and all that stuff. So one of the things that is that we weren't allowed to do before, I'm just going to look through this because I know one of them has concrete for us. There. And that copper is irrelevant. All right, we are going to need more concrete here. So the first thing we want to do is we are going to make a big area, and it will need to go all the way into the first one that's 5 squares wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll need to go all the way down to this one. That means all of this is gone. And I'm gonna have to find somewhere a coal location here that wants to get a bit more extra spare coal. You want some coal? Yeah, you can get, I mean oil. And that one also has to go, oh no. Here, yeah, also has to go away. What about these? Oh yeah, you can take it, sure. And that means we're gonna have to take this out. And this, and you know what? This is the time for the big sweeping maneuvers here. And I will also, even though this is kind of outside, then I'm just gonna punch away at the first line. There we go. All of this is completely irrelevant because instead of getting the sulfuric acid from here, we are going to get the sulfuric acid from the mining on, what was that planet called? Probably Tekevara, if I'm not mistaken. It usually are. So what are we going to do? We are going to disband all of that. We don't care about it. We've entered a world of abundance now. We're going to go here, and I am just going to go get some concrete, and we'll just make it like the most normal boring white concrete just because. And if Gynacube comes around and says, hey, you know what, I want my planet pink, then we'll make it pink or whatever color that that the Gynacube wants. But I think it's fair that we are going to continue to have cubes on this planet because, well, Gynacube cubes, yeah, that makes sense. So I think I'll keep science on this planet for at least the time being. There we go. So now I've highlighted all of this area. I'm going to make sure that that gets put down. We are going to pave this, and once we paved it, we can start working on the construction for the next part. That is now all of it crafted here. And what have we done? We have now made a big open spot. And what I want at this point, I want everything to do with our Dyson Sphere. So that means I have also stopped the launching of rockets from the second planet, or Everest, the first planet actually, or the closest planet. And instead what I want to do is I want to make a combined location, and I've also taken some things here. Let's sort of inventory. I have 30 vertical launch sites. I have 85 ray receivers. I have 150 ray ejectors. That's important. We'll go here, and another important thing is that I am going to make a new ad orbit. That will be like the biggest size we can get. I'll have it to 0 and 0. That's going to be 1. I'm going to make a new orbit, same size. It's going to be 90 degrees and 90 degrees as 180, I think. I want to make sure that it does not start at the same place. And then I need a fourth one, which will be max size as well. And then, yeah, that's kind of difficult. Can I see the other ones? Okay. That one. So I need the one that sort of spins around there. Okay, cool. We can do that. That's 90 here. And then this one is going to be 90 as well. There we go. There. If we look at them, and they have different starting locations, so that's important. I need to build number 2, 3, and 4. I can't delete number 1, unfortunately. Let's also, while we are here, take a look at the progress here. We have launched a total of no sales points. We've launched 27,000 out of the 165,000. So we're not quite there yet. But what we're going to do is I am going to find this spot. That seems like that's a cardinal line here and a meridian. Then we're going to look at a blueprint, and we're going to look at this. This has a number of different blueprints. Basically, this one is for building a Dyson Sphere, the one we need now. And this one is for just consuming as much power from a Dyson Sphere as possible. It can consume 10 gigawatt. probably even more, but that's designed for 20 gigawatt. It takes the same amount of space, but it can also be like made in smaller chunks so that you can get like 2 gigawatt, 3 more, and 2 more, or something like that. So it's pretty damn cool. So you can sort of escalate how much you're consuming from it. But we are going to use this one, and this will be on my website, because of course it will. So you can get it there. Tall buildings in rotation. I thought we were there. I thought I had prepared myself. Okay, well, I didn't. I thought I had removed enough of this, but alas, that was not the case. I wonder if that actually has to go out. Yep, that's gone. Poof. Hello, hydrogen. We have lots and lots of that, so don't care about losing a bit more now. Alright, let's try building it again. And it'll be a bit of a big build, so that's going to be interesting to build as well. And here we are. This is now another massive production build, and look at it. Look how beautiful it is from here. It is super dominant. So let's talk a bit about what it actually does. So every one of these, there are 30 of these around here, and they launch every 12 seconds, 5 per minute. So if we have 30 of those, then we should be launching 2.5 per minute. Now I'm not requesting any of this in yet, but I will, of course. And I will, yeah, let's just hook that up. I'm not going to request any of the graviton lenses, because these graviton, these are getting power exclusively, and what we will see now is that obviously I am way over requesting our power from here. The reason why we can see this is because I am now adding a lot more receivers that try to draw power, so they only ever get a share. It's all of these plus the ones that are converting into photons over on the second planet. In here, we are going to request all of the solar cells. Now, I am keenly aware that I do not have a sufficient stockpile of solar cells. I only built the solar cells so that they would fit into building the rockets, but it will be, well, that's kind of disappointing, isn't it? I think I forgot to set it up. Let's undo this. And then go over and set the other one up so that we can request it. And we've now returned, and we can see as we approach this, looks absolutely amazing. Wonderful. And I will now do take 2. Yep. And look at that. Stuff is coming in. Half of them should be coming from here, going out to pull, and the other one should be pushing from the other location, I hope. Nope, they're all being pulled in. That's fine. And I'm also going to do here. Also, hopefully that gets pulled in. It will, of course. There we go. So that will basically just mean that we should get all of it started. So I'm going to launch 2.5 here. And if you have 150 of these, then here is the interesting thing. This will launch at 20 per minute. So it is 1 every 3 seconds. Each of them is 1 every 3 seconds, and if we look at that, that is 150 divided by 3. That means I'm going to consume 50 per second for this one. That's a bit more than I can cope with, but it is certainly not more than the belts can cope with, because I come out here on 2 different belts. So each of those will be outputting at 30 per second when the whole thing is said and done. And this is basically going to be my well, let's call it patented solar cells launcher. or Dyson Sphere Builder, that's what I call it. I call it the Dyson Sphere Builder because it does everything you need. It launches the rockets, it launches the sails, and it gets enough power to support it. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that what I built here is... Oh, it is actually connected to the network. Okay, that's good. And then we hope that's connected to the rest of the network. Good. So we are now also getting tons and tons of power at this location, which is amazing to get. So with that, now we're just going to wait and see if we get some deliveries in so we can start seeing the whole thing in action. Here come the rockets. They are the first ones to come in. Let's have a look, and they will go out and pick up some more. And what will be looking really, really good as we go out here when they start launching. Please start launching. There we go. The first one started launching. And because they come out on a belt and then they get propagated, then it'll look like a circle that goes around the clock. It goes counterclockwise, but it still looks pretty damn amazing. Look at that. And if we go a bit away and just look at our planet. That's glorious, isn't it? And that's just a simple blueprint that you could stamp down. And this is the reason why I've said that I never use my southern pole for anything, because this is always reserved for either this one or for just receiving from a Dyson Sphere. So that means now that we can build our Dyson Sphere from here, and that will basically take care of all of our Dyson Sphere needs. At some massive locations, we might want to build 2 of these for 2 different planets, if there are 2 different planets to launch from. And we should... Let's go down back here and see if we can get when the other ones are coming in. Ah, well, you need to go like that. Well, they're coming in. So let's wait for the other ones to come in and just... Oh, they are coming in now. That's glorious. All right, so we just got to enjoy the rocket launching, and then we are going to start enjoying... Here it comes. The shooting. First one start shooting. You can see that it's a bit unlucky with this one, but since it's all the way around... it is winter zone, so we are getting the least amount of rocket launches that we can, or these launches as we can up here, but we are getting just a few. Maybe on the other side it'll be more fortuitous. Yes, it is. And this is why I also make sure that they are located on 3 different orbits, so it's not like everything or nothing, but it's more like some will always be shooting because they have 3 different orbits to the Dyson Sphere. You see some of these are very high orbits. They're not receiving anything, but then now this one comes in and it starts shooting. So we have the Dyson Sphere Builder Launcher thing. The only thing we are missing in this episode is to get some of the new advanced miners and try to set that up on a planet just to see how awesome that is. I kind of feel that I want to see just a bit more of the awesomeness of this Dyson Sphere and as it gets started. And then we'll go out and pick up some miners and then go to another planet just to show how awesome it is. It's a tough act to follow after that beautiful scene with the rocket launching or the Dyson Sphere building. But what I need to do is I need to show you. I promised I would show you the new the new advanced miner. So let's go back here. We are back on Urchalak, and I just want to show you how cool it is when you set these up, because they are super amazing. Now, one of the problems on this... Oh, really? Can I just do it the other way? No? Okay, well, I can just rotate it a tiny bit. This is still going to be like the same weirdness. Yeah, okay. It's almost getting all of them, and that's almost good enough. Right, so what we are seeing here is this is it. this will start working. It'll be, in this case, 1350 per minute. That's a lot. And from here we can just basically go, okay, do we want to... It is available to drone ports, so if I get some drones, they will be able to get this. But the beauty of it is I can just get these and then just start looking for locations. And basically when I use this, I don't care really if I get all of it. I might care if it's a rare resource, but if it's just a normal resource like iron and copper, then it's, for me, the most important thing is get it tapped, get it built, get this up and running, and then move on to the next as quickly as possible so that we can... The beauty of this is how easy it is to set up, and don't waste that potential by spending a long time on setting up like small things for all the other crap that you didn't get. This is basically like, okay, I set one up, great, I now have a lot of titanium, done, 1800 titanium, don't care if it's 850 because I built some more titanium somewhere else. I just tap that one and I tap another one, and that's basically how it goes with these kind of things. Very, very simple. Just get some more, 630, that is perfect. So all of these can now be tapped. What I need to do, or should be doing, in order to get this back home to any other location is actually go up here, get a extra one of these, and I think that there is room for it somewhere in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, then that's the middle then. And then it has to be some kind of power structure pole thing in here. Let's build it there just to make sure. And then, for example, this one could go iron and copper and titanium, and that one is also something request. And is there anything else we're requesting? 1, 2, 3, 4. Stone. We're probably not going to export a stone, but you know, we might as well. Stone. So we just basically have all of it. Then I'm going to be taking drones and here. And I also kind of needed to get some warpers. Now I can't put warpers in here unless I get them from this location, which is absolutely not a problem. So I'll get my warpers. Oh, I misplaced it. Oh no. You're just gonna go out here and wait a second. There, take that out. And I need to make sure that it's actually aligned to the other one. Like that, I guess. And that'll be at this point. And then I can drag this in here. And the good thing is, I can actually do 2 of these, because I will need to get 2 of these. 1, 2. That one. And get some power pole in here and in. Let's put it there. Get some drones, get some here, and I will also get warpers on the other side. This will be sort of an extension of how I want to do this for the mining planets, so that I can get mining stuff back again on my to my original planet. This gets 100, and at this point I will just go local demand, local demand, local demand, local demand, local demand, and same over here. There. And that basically means that now they will go out and pick up as much as possible, and the limit of how much can be shipped off this planet is of course only limited by how many of these I send out at any given time. But actually what we're seeing already is that I just saw that something went down. Yep, 9. So something has already been shipped out, and also something is coming inbound to pick up some more here as well. Here's also one that's been shipped out already. So basically what we can see is that it starts working immediately. And it's the easiest thing in the world just to tap some more, going around, finding one of these and go, yeah, that's probably fine. Don't care if it, okay, that's maybe just not fine. It's a balance, because you want to get like the maximum, but also don't want to be spending overly long time on this, because that kind of defeats the point of all of this. But as this one, if we just see, it gets started, and we already now start requesting materials here. Now this is also where it's super important that we have a functional accumulator built, which is something we can take a look at in the next episode, maybe. But also at this point, there are a million things I need to take a look at. I need to go out and harvest more rare resources, start scaling up, because our objective now is going to be a lot of science and a lot of a giant Dyson sphere. Here we can see that the sphere is starting to take form, and it's looking glorious. As you can also see, we are not really launching anything anymore because we've run out of everything that we need to launch from this planet. It's quite miserable. Look at that, a few shots coming in, but that's it. So this is definitely a thing that we need to work on, getting more solar sails and getting more rockets, more quantum chips, more science, more planets, more resources, more everything, because now the real game has begun, and you can see how well we can tap a planet in order to get more resources, build Dyson Sphere Builder, all that stuff. And we're going to go out and now get into the MEGABASE build with really cool, interesting builds, I hope. And unlike the previous ones, we are going to actually do some proliferated builds, so they'll be different from the builds we've done before, and I think that's going to be super cool. So be sure to continue to follow this channel. You can subscribe if you want to. Look at this cool thing. They move aside. Isn't that awesome? Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. It's been super awesome to make this series for you, and it's absolutely continue many hours. Again, I don't even think we're halfway, so I hope you are interested in keeping up. If you want to see more, then I'm also streaming it on Twitch. It's over at twitch.tv/Nilaus, and it is at 8 p.m. Central European Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Just generally might be some deviations here and there, maybe a stream more, maybe a stream less, but you can always join my Discord and keep up with the schedule, because I'm always posting the schedule there. Thank you very much, everyone, and a particular thanks to the patrons supporting the channel. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.